Welcome back, Stampers. Today we're going to be making a lovely gift card, and I'm going to be using the stamp set Honeybee. I have all of my cutting dimensions and information on how you can obtain this stamp set in the links below. So let's get started. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our image of our honeybee. And we're going to be using the Big Shot to cut this out and pop this up on the front of our card. So this is just a piece of scratch Whisper white cardstock that I'm using. Clean off my stamp. Always make it a habit to clean off your stamps before you put them away. This way you don't have to worry about mixing your colors up. So next I'm going to grab my Big Shot. She's been well used, that's for sure. And I'm going to put my image down. Grab my die cut. Place it on top of my image. And run it through. Next, I'm going to stamp the image that's going to go inside of my card. And this is one of the new colors. This is called Bumblebee. So I'm going to stamp my honeycomb. Make sure I get it inked up well. Press, making sure I get contact on all sides of this image. Okay, clean this off. And now I'm going to stamp a sentiment right above that. And I'm going to do that in Memento ink. And this says, wishing you sunshine and happiness. That's going to go right around my honeycomb. Or my beehive. What am I saying? Okay. I'm going to put that to the side. Now I'm going to start to assemble my card. So I'm going to start out with my card base, which is, this is in soft suede. Again, the dimensions will be listed below. And I'm going to go in with my card base, which comes from the Bumblebee Designer Series paper. This is really pretty foiled paper, and it really packs a punch on a card. Trying to get used to the new glue that Stampin' Up! Has, so trying to learn how to maneuver with it. Okay. And I will align this. This is a 1/4 inch border all the way around. Okay. I'm going to put that to the side. So this is Bumblebee cardstock that we're going to be using for our card. And this area here is the inside of my card. So that's where I'm going to be placing wishing you sunshine and happiness. The verdict is still out on this tape. I don't know if I can get used to it. I'm used to my snail tape. And I might be going back to that in a minute. I have glue all over my fingers. Slight learning curve here. Okay. And I will center that. this, where we need to be. All right. We'll move that to the side, and I'm gonna bring back in my honeybee, and I decided that I was gonna put this honeybee up on a little wobble, give it some movement. But before I do that, I wanna color in just a little bit of the bee. I'm gonna color it with a little dark mango melody. There we go. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to take the backing off so I could put it on the back of the bee. And I want to hide it as much as I can. Then I take off the rest of this side of the backing. Okay. And I'm going to put it to the side just for 1 second because I want to do I want to stamp my sentiment that's going to go on the front of the card. I'm going to place that right here. It says hello. And now I'm going to put my bee right here with my wobbles. And that's going to go on the front of the card here. Okay, so now I'm going to place this sentiment on the front of the card. Starting to come together for you. All right. Now this card goes on top of this card base. So I'm going to turn it over. Working a little bit better here for me now. With anything new, you have to get used to it. And I'm going to center this on my card base. Okay. The last thing to do, or the second to the last thing to do, is we're going to center this now on this larger card base. So I'm going to get my glue again. Fingers crossed. Oh. And I think that's where we want to be. Okay. The last thing we have to do is we need to create a pocket for our gift card. And I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to use my 1-inch circle punch. And I'm going to turn my card over. And I'm going to create a little divot or a little opening so that they could slide the card in and out. And because this card is going to be going in and out, I decided I want to use a stronger tape. This is tear and tape. So what I'm going to do is flip over my card, and I'm going to do exactly what it says, tear and tape. Or should it be tape and tear? So I'm going to line it up with the corner of this. And I'm going to tear it. Tape along the bottom. Tear it. Then tape along this side. And tear that. I'm going to use my take your pick tool to take off the backing. This tape is really strong. And I'm going to line this up and press firmly. So just to give you a realistic view of it, this is just an old library card that I had. You would stick your gift card in there and they'd be able to slide it right out. Thanks guys for joining me today. If you like this card, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As always, stay safe and happy stamping.